Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. A big-time NFC matchup on the horizon today as the 1-1 New Orleans Saints come to town, led by their rookie sensation Tyler Shough, who has yet to throw an interception in his professional career, as they take on the 1-1 Seattle Seahawks, coming off of a tough road loss last week in Pittsburgh. Sam Darnold leading the troops here in Seattle this time around after a 14-win season in Minnesota, looking to bring some of that fortune all the way to the West Coast. As Seattle back at home, looking for another win here in front of the 12th man. As kickoff right around the corner. Looks like the Saints will begin in possession, so a little bit of the taste of the second-round rookie out of Louisville, Tyler Shough, to get us started. Stepping up for the kickoff is Jason Myers, and we are underway. Saints will take a return from the 2-yard line up the middle to the 25, and that is where Shough will get down to business. He has been phenomenal through his young rookie career. Had the Week 1 loss against the Arizona Cardinals in their comeback win, but a victory last week. Both these teams dominating the San Francisco 49ers as we welcome everybody joining me as Seb Santorio, Josiah Anderson, GDS, and everybody else joining me throughout. Glad to have you guys here with me. Here we go. Shough going to begin from the shotgun at the 25-yard line, left sideline, and it's incomplete. Looking for Chris Godwin on the exterior. Knocked away, incomplete. Well played there by Reek Woolen. Going to get through all 18 weeks. I'm not sure we're even going to get through a full 6. Going to try my best, though. That I can promise. 0 for 1 to start. Shough now from the empty. And now Alvin Kamara motions back behind him. Quick pass out in his direction. And he'll pick up a nice 7-yard gain that time. Dual threat running back to the highest ability as we break down the Saints offense in the year 2025. Tyler Shough now at QB1. Spencer Rattler to back him up. Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller make up the running backs. Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, Brandon Cooks at wide receiver. Juwan Johnson and Taysom Hill making up the Saints starting offense, who face a 3rd and 3 here. Shough is going to fire this one wide open into his tight end across the 40. Juwan Johnson's got it. That's a 12-yard pickup. What up, LaShawn? What up, Silver Knight? Saints flew far to Seattle. It is a long trip from the Gulf of Mexico all the way to the top left corner of America. Seahawks are 1-1, as are the Saints. Should set up for a pretty good matchup here. Winner going to be in a playoff spot at the end of Week 3. And the loser on the outside looking in as there goes Kamara, and he's going nowhere. Picks up just a yard as we meet this Seattle defense. Leonard Williams, Jerron Reed, Byron Murphy Jr., or Byron Murphy III, I should say. Jonathan Hankins, DeMarcus Lawrence, Tyrese Knight, Ernest Jones, Uchenna Nwosu, Josh Jobe, Reek Woolen, Devin Witherspoon, Kobe Bryant, and Julian Love make up the starting Seattle defense. And, of course, the all-popular 12th man here in Seattle. 5-step drop for Shough, stepping to his right, and pressure comes, and he fires that one incomplete. Saints going to win this game? I don't know. Seahawks are the most isolated team, it is true. Niners are 0-2. They lost to both of these teams. Pretty crazy, but true. Second, third down of the drive for the rookie, Tyler Shough. This time going to send Kamara in motion to his left. Well protected here, although that's not going to last all day. And Shough has coughed up the football. Seattle on the recovery, and they are set up shop at the 42. Well, he might not have thrown an interception, but there is a huge turnover for the rookie. Talk about this Seahawk defense. They are all over every quarterback they face. Brock Purdy learned it. Even Aaron Rodgers learned it last week. And here Tyler Shough off to a rough start. Not a pleasant look there for Saint fans. Hello, John Zeller. Kamara and Walker battle for fantasy. Head of fireworks, check stats after. Sounds good. Appreciate you dropping in and swooping that by. Rookie mistake, yeah. I mean, he tried to do the right thing and step up and take the yards, but unfortunate there. And so the first taste of Sam Darnold here in Week 3 From the Saint 42-yard line, there goes Walker with a nice 10-yard pickup on his opening carry. Sam Darnold loving it. See what kind of offense he brings to this West Coast style type of team. As we break down Seattle starting offense, Darnold at QB1, Jalen Milroe backing him up, the rookie, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, JSN, Cooper Kupp, MVS, Noah Fant, and the rookie Elijah Arroyo. Handoff again goes to Walker. He'll pick up a first down. And that's a pickup, 2. Time for Tyron to bail us out. Could happen. Demario Davis still having an X Factor's crazy. It is quite wild. He's had that for a minute. Not going to lie. 7 white jerseys are in the box here. And for good reason. Run heavy formation, but Darnold off the play action. Picks out a wide open receiver, and he is gone to the end zone. JSN for 6. Seattle strikes first at home. And they cash in immediately off the Tyler Shuck fumble. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 30 yards right through the heart of the Saints secondary. All right. Well, we were talking so much junk about the NFC West, how right now the Cardinals are leading that division. But here we are with Seattle, a chance now to pull away. 2 winless teams in the NFC West. And it's probably the 2 that you expected the least. As the extra point here for Jason Myers is up, and it is good. A rough start for New Orleans, but they will have plenty of time to bounce back after a 3-play, 42-yard drive, resulting in a 30-yard touchdown. Got to respond now, open for a big run from AK-41. He did not touch the ball on the ground in all that previous drive, so might be due for it. What up, JD Prod? Seahawks 12-5. Let's see what I have him at. If I could go find it in my camera roll real quick, because I'm curious. I'm pretty sure I had them lower than most people, if I'm not mistaken. See if I can scramble around to get these in my possession. As these 2 teams will exchange possession. Return taken by the Saints across the 25 up to the 28-yard line. Shuck will take back over. Looking to shake it off real quick here. Got to have that veteran mindset to just get rid of the previous turnover. History is history. It can't be changed. I have Seattle coming in at 9-8, missing out on the playoffs as the 8th seed. So we'll see. What up, Lashona? Doing well, my friend. How are you? Saints' second drive beginning from their own 28. Shuck once again from the empty. See if he wants to shuck and chuck one deep here. 5-man rush coming, and he picks out an open man. It's a gain of 9 to Chris Olave, the original target of the first pass of this game. He is met immediately at the 37. Every back is washed compared to my savior, Bucky Irving. Shout out Bucky Irving, man. Gotta love Bucky. See if they get Alvin Kamara getting going here. Once again, though, can act as a receiver here. Pass goes right side wide open. Jawan Johnson, tight end, be getting free early on here. Saints will take that all day long. First it's a fumble, now it's going to be a pick. Oh boy. Chat manifesting bad things. Pick'em split today for those curious. 19-14 in favor of Seattle. Pretty tight squeeze up top there. 2 receivers to either side of Tyler Shuck, who backpedals and finds an open man. Brandon Cooks into enemy territory. And that's a pickup of 15. Shuck starting to pick it up here. He's looking good. That was an absolute dime. Former Cowboy there on the reception. Been around the southern United States quite a bit in his professional career. There's a crosser to Foster Moreau, guy who we are yet to talk about today. Played a lot for the Raiders back in his heydays. What up, Chili? Seahawks, Rams, or Cardinals could win the NFC West. I mean, it is pretty wide open. I still think San Francisco will take care of business this year. We'll see, though. Saints into a run-heavy formation. But it's Shuck off the play action. Going deep downfield, and he delivers. Caught by Olave. It's a gain of 31. Buckeyes are eating good here. Sets up 1st and goal. Throwing motion was so good, it came out of his hand multiple frames too late. How about it? That was some animation. Oh, Madden 25. A game to forget, that's for sure. Saints are 5 yards away now from a tie game. Handoff goes to Kamara. Up the middle, lowers his shoulder. And tucks the football away, pick up a 3. Gets a bit closer there. Rams or Hawks taking the West. I like it. Niners have such an easy schedule, so rookies will develop well, won't do jack in the playoffs, but they'll win the division. Well, maybe that's not an all bad year if you're a Niner fan. AK-41 puts them 3 yards closer. Now 2nd and goal from the 2. Up top, wide open. Brandon Cooks into the end zone. And the Saints strike back immediately. He'll take that all day long. All right. 2nd catch of the drive for the first-year man here in New Orleans, fitting in well with the wide receiver core. Sounds good, Santorio. Glad we could end on that note for now. Big time for New Orleans. NFC West might be wide open this year. It really is. Hoping for some AK touchdowns. I feel like we're due for at least one. You got to imagine. Extra point coming up here for Blake Grupe. He will not get through the sticks, and we are tied at 7. 3:48 to go in the opening quarter from Lumen Field. I miss when it was CenturyLink Field, I can't lie. All the old field names were just so much better. Paul Brown Stadium, Heinz Field. Like, I don't know. Whatever happened to originality? What happened to loyalty to brands and companies? Game's gone, as they would say. NFC North going to be crazy this year, that too. NFC in general, because the NFC South, in my opinion, is also wide open, with maybe the exception of New Orleans. Seattle will take back over, and this is a return to the 26-yard line. Darnold going to have to go the full length of the field this time after their 3-play miniature field drive last time. AFC East might actually be interesting for the first time in 5 years. Nah. I mean, maybe with the Patriots. I don't see the Jets doing incredible things, and I certainly don't see Miami doing well. I think McDaniels gets fired this year, low-key. 2nd drive here for Seattle. Looking to reinstate their lead. Darnold left side, wide open up the sideline, out at the 38. And that is MVS. Why do I not have that number written down? Elijah Arroyo, that's why. It's the rookie tight end. Well, how about it? Opening catch there for the Rook. Darnold goes under center here. Off the play action to Kenneth Walker. Excellent blocking on a 4-man rush. He steps in there and delivers. Wide open. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And there's MVS. What up, BG? Need a link to the Discord, Chili, if you would, if you're still here. If anyone has the Niners under 10 wins, they haven't done the research. Solid coming back, easy schedule. But he'll be missing this year. Next to Trent, don't sleep on San Fran. I think I have them right around 10 or 11. Which I think is fair. MVS is number 1, I guess. 2 plays later, Seattle right back into enemy territory. Darnold hungry for more, checks this one down, incomplete. Big hit there by Demario Davis on the Noah Fant reception as we meet the Saints defense. Cameron Jordan, Colin Saunders, Nathan Shepard, Devon Gottschall make up the defensive line. Carl Granderson, Demario Davis, Pete Warner, Chase Young, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alante Taylor, Ugo Amadi, Justin Reed, and Tyrann Mathieu make up the Saints starting defense as they look to force a turnover of their own on the handoff to Kenneth Walker, who breaks a tackle, an angry run here in the opening quarter. That's a 6-yard pickup. More importantly, that's the first down. Chase Young with such a disappointment. I feel bad. You know how good he was in college, man? Unbelievable talent. MVS to the right. Everybody else left until now. Kenneth Walker in motion. Sam Darnold being chased, had to fire that one away. Deep throw away, all for the same result. Pressure coming off the edge there. Very nicely. For how he was drafted, I mean, 2nd overall, you're right. Him and Jeff Okuda. Tough watch in that 2020 draft. Tight end on the line of scrimmage here for Seattle. Once again, though, Darnold looking to go deep down the middle, and he is picked off, intercepted by Demario Davis, and the Saints will intercept it and take over. Possession exchanged once again. How about that? Each quarterback now with a turnover in this one. Might be eating up for the defense as we are in for a treat here in Seattle. Lumen Field now ready for it. Sam Darnold throwing a bad ball. That was a terrible looking pass. Actually, I would say the pass looked good. The direction in which it went did not. But yeah, that pretty much sets the game back to square one. All things considered, start Milroe now. I'd be interested to see it if Darnold goes down with injury here. You never know. Saints going to take back over and look to cash in themselves here. Number 6 goes left side. Alvin Kamara breaks one tackle. Fights off the second wave for a 5-yard gain. Up to the 27-yard line. Saints starting to get hungry. Trying to take their first lead here of week number 3. They have led in every single week thus far. Still 1-1 though. Could easily be 2-0 if they changed up the ending of that game against Arizona. And they're a home opening loss. Shuck is going to check this one down. A one-handed catch behind Brandon Cooks. The highlight reel is out. Wow. Who needs to readjust the body when you got hands like that? Wide receiver 3 making plays. Demario heard someone talking. That is true. Myself included, that did happen. Taysom Hill in the game here as an extra blocker. And now is a receiver check down, though. He is going to be caught at the 37. Shuck going to win the race to 100 passing yards. Chris Olave pulls in yet another catch. Shuck starting to warm up a little bit here. See if they get one more play off before the end of the opening quarter. Looks like they will. 5 Seahawks now on the line of scrimmage on the final play of the opening 10 minutes. The handoff goes to Kamara. He's upended after a gain of 1 and after the end of 1. We have ourselves a tie game at 7 apiece. Good time to remind you guys to drop a like down below if you haven't yet already. Would be much appreciated and help me out a big time. Opening play of the second quarter. It is a crucial one. 3rd and 3, left side pass to a wide open Rashid Shaheed. That's actually Brandon Cooks again. He's been feasting right now. You just know Rashid Shaheed's due for about a 70-yard reception. Yet to have a target this game. Has not made a big impact. He's due for one. One of the best deep threats in the NFL, especially in the NFC. Handoff goes to Kamara. Terrific vision there from the veteran. And another gain of 5. Batman in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Bruce Wayne. First time catching one of these live. Glad to have you here. Big time showdown between two 1-1 NFC teams, all squared away at 7 apiece. Each team with a turnover from their QB. Been smooth sailing though thus far for Shuck on this drive. Handoff to Kamara, helping out the cause big time. That's a gain of 16. And the Saints are well within field goal range at this point. Seattle going to have to put their foot in the ground at some point if they want to make a stop. Halfback draws are overpowered, Madden. One of my favorite plays. Get the blockers out in front, get the running back going. Doesn't have to wait for anything to form. Left side handoff this time. Another first down rush for number 41. They'll pick up a dozen that time. Really heating up here. Madden 26 Sims should be 100 times better. I think so too. Very excited for that. Kind of reminds me, I might be doing a college football sim tomorrow afternoon sometime, like right when the game launches. Not 100%. We'll see. Shuck from an empty backfield again. Checks it down low, but hauled in. And that is Brandon Cooks, catch number 5, adding to his 34 yards. And the touchdown. Right back into the red zone goes New Orleans. Got to work on the drops, as do most people, so I'm kind of hit or miss on actually going live. We'll see. Alvin Kamara stands alone. Football goes to him. He's got a first down, moving defenders to the 10. Oh, is she going to be on top no matter what? Probably. I'm thinking I might do another Michigan-Ohio State stream. Did very well last year, but not sure if the hype is there with college football this time around. We will see. Starting to get loud here at Lumen Field. 12th minute coming to life as they did on the opening turnover. Rashid Shaheed in motion with a handoff again. Goes to Kamara, and this time it is sniffed out. DeMarcus Lawrence makes the tackle. Former Dallas Cowboy with a big play. Hype for college football coming back. Should be good, but man, I'm more hype for college basketball. I want to do some March Madness sims here in a couple years. I'm excited. 5 targets to pick out here for number 6. As he goes low to collect this snap. Down the middle he goes, wide open. Brandon Cooks into the end zone for his second touchdown, and the Saints lead on the road. Lighting it up right now. How about it? Catch number 6 on the afternoon, and he turns around to find himself some green space and the goal line. Number 10 taking over. Cooks is cooking. It's true. Shaheed will finish top 15 this year in like fantasy, you mean, for wide receivers? I can see it. 100% could. Chris Olave will be out by week 4 with a concussion. It's only a matter of time. Grouping up for the extra point, and the Saints have flipped this game on its head. Go from trailing by 7 to leading by 7. 12 plays, 78-yard, 5 minutes, 17. Second drive there. That's remarkable. That is a big-time play. Just the Brandon Cooks game. So it seems. I don't see why not. What up, Jen Shook? Jen Snook, my apologies. Think about Tua making the NFL top 100? I didn't even know that happened. That's rough. Saints finish 0-17. No. Seattle now on the return. Looking for some explosion on special teams. Not going to happen this time. All out of fireworks 2 days after the 4th of July. Used all of those up last night. And the 38-30 victory for the Denver Broncos over the Los Angeles Chargers. Nearly a remarkable comeback between those two teams. Fourth quarter had 37 points scored after a scoreless third. Crazy but true. Saints looking to force the issue one more time here. As Darnold from under center, looking a lot more sharp on this drive to start. MVS out in open space. He'll pick up 16. Packers going 0-18, losing the bye week. Dang. I saw somebody earlier today say the Packers are closer to 4-13 than 13-4. I don't think that's true in the slightest, actually. I think it's just heading. Into the I formation. Goes Seattle now. Noah Fant in motion, part of that rush trade. They have recovered very nicely from. Darnold going to step to his right, take off, and pick up a pair. How do I feel about the Bucs? I think they're going to be good this year. I think, though, Carolina wins that division. It's my hot take of the year. I think Tampa finishes 9-8, and Carolina finishes 10-7. I love their momentum at the end of the year. I love their schedule this year. I like that team. They're young, and they're hungry. 2-yard pickup there on the Sam Darnold scamper. Right back to the Michigan State Spartan, and he is going backward. Demario Davis with a big-time hit, looking to force a fumble and complete the defensive hat trick. Darnold going to drop back, looking for somebody open downfield. Picks out Noah Fant out in open space across the 30, down to the 25-yard line. I have no idea. That's 2 games in a row now that my console's done that. That's interesting. Well then, it appears that we're back, at the very least. Hopefully that doesn't happen very much anymore. All right, 1st and 10. Huge conversion there to the tight end. Kenneth Walker gasped, but he gets the handoff down the middle, breaks a tackle, still going, and a 9-yard pickup. Into the red zone, Seattle looking to draw right back even. Under 4 to go now in the opening half. Jags back to the playoffs this year. That's bold. I hope not as a Browns fan we have their pick. Zach Charbonnet into the game now. Kenneth Walker gets a breather. Darnold looking for the backcourt of the end zone. Knocked away. Incomplete. Never going to work out. Isaac Iato on the coverage. Who's going to win MVP? I think this is Joe Burrow's here. Oddly enough. Charbonnet and Walker both going to occupy the backfield this time. The handoff goes to the Michigan State Spartan. Another first down carry. I believe that was Iato right there on the tackle too. Getting involved here. Baker Mayfield, that's a good pick. I like that. I don't mind that. Bunch formation to the right side of Sammy D. First and 10, handoff goes to Walker. Terrific vision. But Demario Davis has been laying everybody out flat on their stomach. Seahawks, though, do get inside the 10-yard line. Mentioned earlier how bad the NFC West is. Cardinals and Seahawks tied for first right now at 1-1. Rams at 0-3, Niners at 0-2. Big matchup between Arizona and San Francisco still to come on Tuesday evening. Winner of that will lead the division. Depending on the result of this, is Darnold going to fire to the end zone, and he picks out the newest man, Cooper Kupp. First target, first catch, first touchdown here in week 3. And Darnold back on his high horse picks out the former Los Angeles Ram, his first catch in the end zone to tie the game. How do I feel about keeping it extending Miles? Interesting question. Glad you asked, actually. I'm a part of the minority when I say that I think re-signing Myles Garrett set our franchise back 2 or 3 years. It's a hot take, but listen, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. As the extra point here for Jason Myers up and good. But my issue is his trade value is never going to be higher than what it is currently. And a team like San Francisco coming off a bad year could use a guy like him. We could have gotten the 2025 and 2026 first-round picks from San Francisco, which means we would have our first-rounder, Jacksonville's first-rounder, and San Francisco's first-rounder for next year. And we could, not to say Myles could be replaced. But, I mean, why not? Even if that doesn't happen, you trade and you get Abdul Carter instead. And you don't get Jacksonville's pick. Would have worked out either way. Return out to the 29-yard line here for the Saints. Who's going to win the Browns quarterback battle? Joe Flacco probably right now. Once we start 0-4, 0-5, should Earl take over. I think we'll finish 4-13 this year. I don't have high expectations. Really don't. Pat Mahomes done winning MVPs. Honestly, I feel like he'll pull a Rodgers and win one in like his 30s. We'll see. 2-minute drill time for Tyler Shuck as he looks to find a couple open guys downfield. Aiming this one right inside the hands, dropped by Rashid Shaheed. Ernest Jones on the knockaway. Created some traffic there. Still easily should have been caught. Said the same thing, call crazy. I mean, yeah, that's just how I felt about the whole situation. Saints wind up with an incompletion there. Shuck will try again. High snap this time, collected. Going back to the same place, and this time a different result with Brandon Cooks. 7 catches for wide receiver 3. Was she the best grade in the NFL drafts? I have no idea. Ravens had a very good draft, I think. From the pistol now, one more step before the 2-minute warning. Shuck gets it off with 2:01. Near sideline again, hauled in at the 50. Looks like the tight end, Foster Moreau, that time. What up, JJJ? Surprised this is close, really. It's a very balanced game in a lot more ways than one, based on how it's played out thus far. Inside of 2 minutes here. Crucial couple of drives coming up between the pair of teams. As Shuck going downfield again and coming back for it, Rashid Shaheed. There's his first catch of the game. And Jawan Johnson right there to congratulate him. Cook's touchdown before half could happen. Could have Archer Lagway in a few years. Exactly. Shuck into the no huddle. Gonna fire this one through some traffic. Dangerous pass again. Tyrese Knight. Close to Seattle defender. I believe that pass was intended for Alvin Kamara out of the backfield. Not quite working out too well though. Sets up 2nd and 10. Saints should be just around field goal range here if push comes to shove, but Shuck looking for more, going downfield again, and he's going to pick out Shaheed for a second time. That's a 13-yard pickup. Saints still have all their timeouts at this point. They are free to take their time. Shuck moving the football with some diligence here. Inside the final minute. Saints still have all 3 timeouts at their discretion. Shuck flat-footed down the middle, finds his running back, Alvin Kamara, 1st and goal to the 4-yard line. Just about a gain of a full 20. And the Saints take their opening timeout. New Orleans looking good. Thought for a second they might lose their grip with the interception. But they look all right here. Now it's a matter of taking their time. Don't want to give Sam Darnold too much time to respond here. 1st and goal, Shuck going to step up in the pocket, take off, and do it himself. Look at the rookie churn the legs for the touchdown. 3rd all-purpose TD of the day, and he's still yet to throw an interception. 12th man is silenced for the moment. Huge drive at the end of the opening half. Still time, though, for a response from Seattle. Wow. Linebacker reacted too late. That tends to be the case. Seems that happens more often than not. The extra point coming up here for Blake Grupe. It is up and it is good. Wow. Well, Saints look like they might take a halftime lead here. Let's take a double check here at the Week 3 pick'em. I may have gotten that breakdown incorrect. Might have been the other way around, actually. Double check. No, 19-14 in favor of Seattle. So could be a huge turning point in the Week 3 pick'em. As the kickoff heading back in Seattle's direction. 45 seconds and 3 timeouts to make something out of nothing. As the return pounced on at the 26-yard line. Takes 5 seconds off the clock. Rookie of the year right there. Wouldn't that be something if the guy who had the most question marks being drafted ends up as the offensive rookie of the year? That'd be hilarious. What up, John Breeze? Need the Saints to lose? We'll see. Press coverage at the top of the screen. As Sam Darnold going down the middle, picks out the open target. Marquez Valdez-Scantling again. Both wide receiver threes having themselves a good game. What up, Packers on top? Has been a heck of a game. A little bit of everything for everyone here. Rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, interceptions, fumbles, you name it. We've had it. Although I don't think we've had a punt yet. Guess I can't speak for everything. Hawks take their opening timeout at the 41 with 35-6 on the clock. Darnold going to heave this one deep down the middle, and it's dropped incomplete. Pete Warner breaks up a sure first down catch there for Noah Fant. Who's going to be Defensive Player of the Year? If Hutchinson can recover from his injury, I think it'll go to him. We'll see. 4 seconds come off the clock there with the incompletion. Darnold trying to show no fear, but he is pile-driven down by Carl Granderson. Oh, what a sack. A loss of 4 and a loss of dignity. Sam Darnold hit hard. Hawks take their second timeout. 3rd and 14 coming up. Big play, though. Got to find the 49 of New Orleans after the sack there. Saints pressure. Gets home first. Screen pass set up here. Caught by Kenneth Walker. Out in space. Got terrific blocking. And he is inches short. And neither team really wants to reach for a timeout here. Kind of smart. If I'm Seattle, I'm taking a timeout probably right now. Maybe. 4 seconds. And that's going to do it for the opening half. Neither team reaching for a timeout, interestingly enough. And the Saints take a 7-point lead into the break. All right, then. Never mind my intuition. I guess I don't want the Jets-Dolphins 100-yard pick six Hail Mary attempts. Jared Verse learns to stop overturning play or overrunning plays. It might be him. Verse should have had like 13 to 14 sacks last year. Yeah, that's fair. I thought Trey Hendrickson had a terrific year last year, too. I don't know. Kickoff coming up here. And the second half is underway from Lumen Field. But the Hawks beginning on the offensive end from the 28, looking to erase a 7-point deficit. They're going to get the live poll out for you guys right now, and be sure to vote on who you think is going to win based on the score and scenario. Saints maintaining a touchdown lead at halftime. They end on a 21-7 run. Far from over, though. Trying to draw even here on the opening drive of the third quarter. Darnold going right back to it. Deep down the middle he goes. Double coverage, and he is intercepted. Picked up at the 39-yard line and returned into enemy territory. An injury to the defensive line, though, of the Saints. However, it is in good taste. They'll have time to rest in between possessions. Opening play turnover. Just not a good pass there whatsoever. That is crazy. Justin Reed on the interception. And the Saints will take over from the Seahawk 42. The handoff goes to Kamara. And they will teach them a lesson on how to open up on first down. Can AK please find the end zone now? He's about to. I feel like Sammy seeing ghosts again, yeah. Another multi-turnover week. Rough watch. Seahawk fans not too happy about that. Although they preserve an extra body as Kamara goes left side. He stood up for the moment, rolls over, and nearly picked it up there on the lunge. Big 3rd and inches upcoming. Need a touchdown here for the Cooks hat trick. That would be crazy. That would be wild. Could happen, though. Only receiver to the right side of the offensive line here. The handoff goes to Kamara on 3rd and inches and got good blocking, and he'll pull away into the secondary inside the 10-yard line. What a rush. Thought he was gone there for a second. Got past the first wave, wasn't sure anybody was left. I mean, that is just not proper tackling from this Seattle defense. Wow. Saints looking to make it 2 for 2 off of the turnovers. Foster Moreau in motion. Handoff goes to Kamara. Got good blocking. Almost bounced it outside. He'll pick up 4. 28 people in chat. Drop a like if you have not yet already. Huge NFC battle between 2 1-1 football teams. Saints looking to take the first 2-score lead of the afternoon. Seattle looking to force a turnover themselves here with their heels in the end zone. Back up tight end in motion again. Handoff goes to Kamara up the middle. And he cuts right into a big body of Leonard Williams. Big cat right there. Darnold been seeing ghosts recently. Mic'd up did do him dirty. Tough watch for the guy. Tyler Shuck now going to take it upon himself. The rookie out of Louisville on 3rd and goal. Steps up again. His 2nd rushing touchdown and his 4th all purpose. Flexing here in Seattle. And why not? Not enough film to watch on this guy. Seattle doesn't know they got to put a QB spy for the dual threat ability of number 6. Saints lead by 2 touchdowns. How about that? Poll right now is a locked-in 50-50. Got to fix that defensive AI in 26. It's been like that for years, man. Like, I'm so hopeful for 26, but I know it's going to disappoint me so bad. We'll see. Extra point here is up and good for Blake Grupe. And the Saints lead 28-14 on the road after the opening play interception from Sam Darnold to begin the third quarter. Defensive AI is just, oof. Honestly, might be some of the worst AI that there is. But, like, I bet the programming for AI back in Madden 09 was better than it is now. Why can't they just take the same physical idea and move it to different graphics, you know? Never really understood that. Might forever remain a mystery. As the kickoff heading back towards Seattle. Now needing a comeback as this is a terrific return across the 35-yard line. Sets up Sam Darnold for a comeback drive after firing his second interception this afternoon. He is going to need some Darnold magic here. And here we go back to it. Darnold back under center. And right back to it off the play action. Despite having 2 interceptions, trusting himself and his teammates, there's Cooper Kupp. 12-yard gain. Poor Kenneth Walker, man, getting little to no love right now. Just not working out for him. Lost against the Cards, they beat the Niners, and now they're about to win against the Seahawks. It's looking like it. Got to hang on, though. This game far from over. Especially with passes like that. Darnold now off the bootleg. Sets his feet, fires an incompletion. Maybe I spoke too soon. Let Jake Bobo score, not for real. What up, A-Rod? How and why? Well, A-Rod, despite you not being here, there have been 3 total turnovers, 2 interceptions. And Darnold has thrown both. $14 back under center. And he's going to hand this one off down the middle. Kenneth Walker getting going this time. He'll pick up a nice 9 yards. What up, Charles Thomas? Interesting fact. Saints were founded November 1st, 1966 on All Saints Day. Really? Very cool. Best weekly pick'em I've ever had all season. Grateful to be in the Madden guys. Yeah, they are on your side this week. Crucial 3rd and 1 coming up here for Seattle. Might be 4-down territory if they can't convert. Walker up the middle, gonna fight through a tackle, and he almost coughed up the football, but hangs on for a couple extra. Nets a 5-yard gain at the end of that one. Really thought we were getting the fumble animation there late. Nathan Shepard fighting an offensive tackle, and Kenneth Walker simply didn't have the manpower to withstand it by himself. Drive continues here for the Hawks. Needing a touchdown, they rely on number 9 to go right side and get them halfway to the first down. What up, A-Channel? How are the Shuck and Saints doing? They're doing terrific, man. Shuck had a fumble on the opening drive. Since then, though, 2 passing and 2 rushing touchdowns. They have looked terrific. Currently on a 28-7 run. Darnold been turned over twice in this one. Not looking his absolute best, so he's going to hand off to Walker another time, and he'll pick up another first down. That's a gain of 9 for number 9. Crazy to say, one of my favorite Michigan State players of all time. I know there aren't a ton of them that I favor as an Ohio State fan, but I fancy Kenneth Walker. Legacy game he had against Michigan back in his collegiate days, starting to eat just like he was there. To the outside, though, Demario Davis closing the buffet. He will lose a yard on the up-top carry. Brings up a 2nd and 11. MVS, Cooper Kupp, and Jackson Smith and Jigba Up top of the handoff goes to Walker. Got a great downfield block, but he lost the football. And the Saints are right there to scoop it up. All good things must come to an end, including that possession. Isaac Ianum right there to scoop up the lost football. Kenneth Walker relied on potentially too much. What a punch there as Justin Reed forces his second turnover, and the Saints take over. This is a Justin Reed legacy game right now. Wow. Saints now are going to want to take their time. 5-minute drive and a field goal here might just end it. All things considered. Jack calling for night-night, saying it's over. Wow. Seattle turned over for the third time today. Haven't been on the same page between each other. Handoff goes to Kamara, trying to find an alley. And he's somehow stuck. 3 full yards out of that one. That's a miracle if you ask me. In and of itself. Got the 8s going 3 and 14. I think I have them around 4 and 13 personally, so not ridiculous to say that. Shuck from the shotgun here. Yet to see him go really deep today. Usually likes to target Rashid Shaheed in those situations, but up top, Jawan Johnson extends forward to pick up the first. Shuck over 200 yards passing. And the Boo Birds starting to come out. For understandable reasons, too. Hawks need a big-time win here as they head to the desert, taking on Arizona on Thursday night to begin week number 4. Kamara up the middle, picks up 9 more. So Seattle opens up week number 4, and as for the New Orleans Saints, they head to Buffalo next week as 13.5-point underdogs. How about that? That's going to be a hard watch, I'd imagine. Just got to take it one game at a time, though. Alvin Kamara attesting to that, picks up 5 more. Saints stacked. League shocked. I love it. Yeah, 13.5 might be crazy, but then again, Lions are 10.5-point favorites next week against the Browns. So big spreads coming up next week, it seems. Left side handoff this time to the vet, and he almost broke away. Tackle made, looks like that was Reek Woolen. And it was actually Devin Witherspoon. Swing and a miss. Game not over, you don't think so? Based on how it's gone, I think it might be. Darnold has looked miserable. Might not even have time to bounce back. Saints have got to be stopped offensively first. That Shuck going downfield, showing no signs of that. Wide open Alvin Kamara, and he picks up 12 after the catch. Inside the Seattle 40-yard line. He's having a very good day despite not scoring a touchdown. Whew. One minute to go in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Kamara. Again, up the middle, picks up 2. Accepted into the YPP. Heck yeah, Chili. I don't want this to come off the wrong way. I'm kind of surprised, though, based on the content that you produce. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just reading the writing on the wall incorrectly. Maybe it is perfectly fine to do what you're doing and make money. I don't know. Kamara picks up 2. Gets the football here. Makes the defender flat on his back. Devin Witherspoon. Hit hard there. DeMarcus Lawrence on the tackle. Yeah, but you should be making pretty good chunk based on the videos you make. Through supers and memberships? Oh, I got you. Saints don't have to step in here. We'll see if they will. And they will not. Taking us to the fourth quarter. Saints up 28-14 in possession and in field goal range. And the fourth quarter kicking off with an important play as well. 3rd and 6. The line to gain is the 29. Shuck dropping back all the way to the 45-yard line. Going to step up and do it himself once again. Up the sideline, gets a block, and Shuck is going to go all the way. His 5th touchdown of the afternoon. 35-yard rushing touchdown, and that might be it. And the Boo Birds are out at Lumen Field, and for good reason. A rookie has awoken in Seattle. Saints do be spanking Hartley, getting crazy here. Bro's better in the NFL than college. I'm pretty sure he is legitimately a 64 overall on these rosters too. It's not like his stats are inflated by any means necessary. Extra point coming up here for Blake Grupe. And the largest lead of the day, 21 for the New Orleans Saints. 21 points off of turnovers. That is pretty much the deciding factor right now. Seattle's inability to take care of the football, especially in enemy territory, has really cost them today. Have not looked good. By the way, we are up to 199 members now in the Discord, so if somebody wants to be the lucky 200th member, would be pretty cool. This is going to be a big-time win, though, for New Orleans as we take a look at the updated standings. How about the NFC South? Every team in that division right now, 2-1. Who would have thought that would be the division of bloodbath? Seattle with the return out to the 26-yard line. Hawks, though, going to drop to 1-2 with the loss, assuming they don't complete some remarkable comeback, but they have just had rough looks in this one. Cardinals are going to lead the division for the moment. Going to win 11 games. Bold, but I like it again. I don't really think there is a right or wrong answer when it comes to predictions. Seattle looking for an insurmountable comeback to happen. Here's the pass down the middle, knocked away by a diving Kool-Aid McKinstry. That's who that is, yeah. Had to think about it for a second. What a play, though. Yeah, Hawks, man. Falling harshly here. Incompletion again there from Darnold. Turning back the clock to his jet day, so it seems. Kenneth Walker breaks one tackle in the backfield. He's showing heart here despite the fumble. He is going to pick up 4. 3rd and 6 coming up. Definite 4-down territory, though, at this point in the game. And here we go. Clock starting to tick away here. Left side snap. Hauled in by Darnold, who's going to heave this one. Deep down the left side, one-on-one, knocked away, incomplete. Isaac Iadom again. And talk about a guy that's been having a heck of a day. Isaac Iadom got to be at the top of the list somewhere. And as expected, Hawks are going to keep the offense on the field here on a 4th and 6. Got to have the 36-yard line. Darnold almost took off, but finds Cooper Kupp out in space. And that is a 19-yard gain. Hawks will get the first down there. Much needed. Much to the approval of their fans here. Not too many remaining. A lot of people hitting the parking lot early. Darnold back down the middle. This time it's MVS. Another Hawk first down. At least he's starting to get going. There is that. Press coverage up top once again. Most of those battles today actually won by the defensive back. Here comes pressure up the middle, and Darnold is dumped down. Brian Breeze on the sack, and Santoriu with the 2. Daladono. Saints stacked, league shucked. My no INT king. He may have had a turnover, but boy, did he have a heck of a game today. Appreciate the dono, my friend. Saints looking to be victorious here. Looking good. Whole NFC South at 2-1, though. Roller coaster of a division in both the NFC West and the NFC South, but 2 completely different rides as Cooper Kupp out in the flat will pick up 5 yards. As Sansuriu going to move from 7th to 6th all time in the dono list, passing pickle football. On the cusp of the top 5. 5 yards picked up there. Getting some sack yardage back as Darnold rolling to his right again, being flushed away from pressure. He'll step up and try to do his best Tyler Shuck impression, which is not half bad. That's a 21-yard gain. And the Saints on their heels a little bit here. Not that it matters, they got plenty of time to do so. Time is of the essence for Seattle. Extra blitzer coming, picked up for the moment. And the through the contact hangs on. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. I really thought he was going to be something more than a bounce around guy. Like a Tyrod Taylor of the wide receiver corps. Him and Aaron Rodgers, man. They were special. Seattle back into the red zone for the first time since the fumble from Kenneth Walker, looking to hang on to the ball this time. There's JSN. First catch since the opening half. Don't think he has touched the football, actually, since the opening touchdown. Crazy but true. Kool-Aid McKinstry has been keeping him in a jail cell this game. Good defense. Darnold now will quick fire down the middle, batted up and nearly intercepted. Almost had a big man moment that dreams were made of. What up, Redford? I need a big man touchdown like I need air right now. If I'm telling the truth, I need it oh so badly. Hawks into the I formation. Pitch going left side to Kenneth Walker. Up top, trying to cut in. Demario Davis meets him for a 1-yard loss. What up, Border Worlds? Holy blowout. Yeah, it is. Crazy to think Seattle had a lead at one point. That is the facts. Looks like Team USA going to lose in the Gold Cup final to Mexico. That sucks. Midway point of the third quarter. Handoff goes to Walker on 3rd and long, and he's going to make that pay dividends down to the 1-yard line. Thought he was good for a touchdown there. Also thought he fumbled. Gets to probably the 1-inch line there. No touchdown, though, for the running back. And yeah, about the 1/4-yard line is where he ends up at. They will feed him the rock and let him finish what he started. Seattle back in the end zone here late in the 4th quarter. No need to even pay attention to a replay. Take you guys straight to the kickoff, whether or not that's onside or the length of the field. I guess we will have to find out here momentarily. I don't think there really is a right or wrong choice. I'd probably onside kick it just because your defense can't really make a stop to begin with. Extra point is up and good. Jason Myers with the first points in a long, long time. That was a long 14-play drive there. What up, Bjorn? Seahawks come back. We'll see. It's a shame the Saints have to play the Bills next week. I was enjoying the win streak. Hey, you know what? You could enjoy it for another week or so. Got a while until that next stream. Still got to get through plenty of games, including one of our games of the week tomorrow night. The 1-1 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 1-1 Chicago Bears. Should be a heck of a game there. Dak Prescott and Caleb Williams going head-to-head. Bears had that crazy choke job in week number 1 and somehow took down the high-powered offense of the Detroit Lions last week in a remarkable victory led by Caleb Williams. Here comes Tyler Shuck, though. Keep talking about the rookie for as long as we can. 2 rushing touchdowns. 3 rushing touchdowns, actually. 2 passing. Just an electric game. Alvin Kamara going to get the football quite a bit on this drive, we presume. Although Tyler Shuck simply once more checks it down left side, up the sideline. Moreau picks up 9.5. Tom Brady on Fox in that game? Probably. Wouldn't shock me. Titans had the number 2 defense last season. Really? I did not know that. Second down and inches. Right side handoff goes to Kamara, and he extends forward. But he picks up nothing that time. And 3rd and inches will be the result. Tyler Lamar Jackson Shuck with 3 rushing touchdowns, just like everybody expected. Might have to take him fantasy next week. It's no joke. No gain there for Alvin Kamara. And that sets up an intriguing 3rd and inches. Handoff goes back to number 41, and this time he will pick up the first down on his 20th carry. And that, I believe, is the dagger in the heart of Seahawk fans. Going to take us to the 2-minute warning, assuming the football stays on the ground the next couple of plays here. It'll be hard to come back from at that point. Saints are almost to a full touchdown underdogs next week. Got to secure this victory. Seattle, though, looking like they might take back over Tyrese Knight with the TFL. Whoa. Damn, JJJ. That's a hell of a comment. Just got to pin that one sneakily. No need to pay attention. Play clock winding down here. Saints going to take it all the way down to 2. And hand off to Kamara on 2nd and 12, picks up 5. Harsh comment, but very creative, I must say. Saints will have to snap it one more time here before the 2-minute warning, to their dismay. MSG better become my first member, guarantee it. Bro's trying to guilt trip me. Saints here on a 3rd and 7. Looking to put the game away with a conversion up to the 45-yard line. Man in motion, Juwan Johnson. Snap is off, and the first down is converted. Rashid Shaheed. And he'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Saints can legit go 0-17. It's possible. I don't think they will, though. The NFC South, I don't know. It'll be good, but not that good. After the 2-minute warning, it is the Alvin Kamara show once again to midfield. Saints will win a game. I mean, they're bad, but they're not that bad, you know. Hawks take their first time out. Yeah, that YouTube partner program thing kind of makes more sense now, so you can get supers and memberships. Gotcha. Seattle takes their opening timeout. Taysom Hill is in motion. Second sight of him today as Kamara picks up another yard, and Seattle takes their second timeout. Well, another big contest coming up in the NFC West later this week on Tuesday evening. Cardinals taking on San Francisco. Niners still searching for their first win this year. Disastrous start for Brock Purdy. After signing that huge deal, got to recover. First down, going to put this game in the books. The handoff goes to Kamara, cuts up the middle, and he is going to be stopped. Seattle takes their final timeout. We have not had a close finish in a while. A lot of these games recently have been blowouts or lackluster fourth quarters. What if the Saints upset the Bills? That would be insane. Browns currently have the craziest comeback of the year with their, or I should say underdog win of the year with their Week 2 victory over the Ravens. Terrific punt, by the way. Matthew Hayball puts that football at the 7-yard line. And so now Seattle needs 2 touchdowns in 1:45 with no timeouts. 3 upsets in a row would be crazy. I mean, could happen, though. Never know. Minority in the pick'em going to be celebrating again today. Seattle taking over with their feet in the end zone. Darnold goes left side, and he's intercepted, and a walk-in touchdown for Alontae Taylor. The 3rd pick of the game. How about it? 4th all turnover. This Saints defense is feasting today. Alontae Taylor not going to have an easier one than that. 3 interception game from Sam Darnold. Jets Darnold is back. I told you he turned the clock way back. $20 don't hope the Saints beat the Bills. I love it. That was way too easy. I think 4 turnovers is the most we've seen in a game from an individual team this season. Extra point is up, and it is good. 42-21. Saints lead. How about that? Getting very crazy in Seattle. Well, if there were any lingering hopes, those were all certainly erased with that. Deficit right back to a full 21 points for Seattle. And the Saints now have the most points scored this week with that pick 6. We had 3 different teams score 41. Saints will be the first to score 42, though. Hawks on the return. A lot of peace of mind on this one. Out to the 29. See the interception leader now? He's got to be close. I think Darnold still has him. I think it goes, Jordan Love. I think it goes Love, Stafford, and then Darnold. I think Darnold has 4, Love has 5. And I think Stafford either has 4 or 5. Don't remember for sure. Not 100%. We'll have to double check it. Kind of surprised not to see the rookie Jalen Milroe getting some snaps out here after a disastrous day for Darnold. Might be made worse. There's Noah Fant. 5-yard pickup that time. Seattle going to have to hope that San Francisco takes care of business at home, and every team in the NFC West, with the exception of the 0-3 Rams, heads to Week 4 with a 1-2 record, making the winner of Seattle and Arizona the leader in the division after that week. Who would have thought, though, this would be the division to struggle the most at the opening part of the season? There's a check down, first down. JSN did not get out of bounds there. Thought that right foot tapped out. Apparently not. Works for me. I am not too upset about it. Hawks back into the no huddle here. 4-man rush from the Saints. Almost got there. JSN wide open in open space. And he coughed up the football again. And there is the 5th turnover of the afternoon. Oh my goodness, man. Unbelievable. Well, Seattle citizens know more than anybody else when it rains, it pours. And it is pouring down rain here at Lumen Field. I do believe his elbow was down right there, but honestly, if I'm the officials, I'm not even going to look again. And we are going to get a booth review. Quick review here, and it will be overturned. So Seattle will take over after the official review. No 5th turnover. JSN saved some fantasy points there. Not going to mean much as Seattle running out of time. Mike McDonald knows it. Inevitable no matter what. 10-second runoff, and Seattle takes the snap here with 19 as Darnold is hit hard again. What a hit coming off the top bunk. Another turnover coming up could happen. Chase Young that time, I believe, with a monster hit up top. Looking to make himself a home here in New Orleans. Big time hit delivered there. Darnold going to fire this one incomplete. I'm down for another turnover. I'd be down for another interception, actually. Pick 6 to end the game. Why not? Saints can rub some salt in the wound. Why don't they? They have deserved this win, though. Full throttle ever since the Shuck turnover. Offense never looked back, and defense started doing their own thing. Darnold going to go toward the end zone. One-on-one, knocked away again. Isaac Yiadom. It has been his show, along with Justin Reed today. And Alontae Taylor, why not? The big three, the three-headed monster for this New Orleans Saint defense. Could be our final play here on a 4th and 10. Darnold going to drop back deep, and he this one to the back of the end zone, almost intercepted again. 1 second remains. And we get a kneel down, and that will be that. There you have it. Saints are going to get out of here with a W. Back-to-back victories for the rookie as he is in victory formation. And will send the New Orleans Saints to 2-1, tying everybody else in the NFC South with a 42-21 road victory in Seattle. All right, that is going to take us to the end of this one. I will check the stats here real quick, make sure we get those taken care of. As we see Darnold having an absolute howler of a day. Tyler Shuck cooking up as expected. Kamara Walker and your wide receivers. Nobody over 70 yards today. How about that for a crazy game? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see all of you tomorrow night for a big matchup between the